Hello, beautiful soul. I need you to take a deep breath with me right now because what I am about to share with you is going to shake something loose in your spirit. God has been whispering to you lately, has he not? That gentle nudge in your heart, that quiet knowing that someone or something needs to be released. You have been holding on so tightly, praying for change, hoping for transformation. But the truth is that God is asking you to open your hands and let go. This is not about giving up. This is about surrendering to his perfect timing and his divine plan for your life. I sat down today to pull cards for you, and honestly, the energy that came through made me pause. I had to sit with it for a moment because God was speaking so clearly through these cards. He wants you to know that what you are being asked to release is making room for something so much greater. I know letting go feels like loss. I know it feels like you are walking away from something you invested your heart and soul into. But what if I told you that this release is actually the key to your breakthrough? What if the very thing you are clinging to is blocking the miracle God has been trying to deliver to you? So I am going to walk through these cards with you, and I want you to receive this message with an open heart. Ask the Holy Spirit to speak to you as we go through this reading. Some of what I share might sting a little. Some of it might bring tears. But all of it is wrapped in God's love for you. He is not taking anything away from you without preparing something better. That is his promise, and that is what these cards are going to reveal. The first card that came through for you is the Two of Cups. And when I saw this card, I immediately understood why God is asking you to let go. This card represents partnership, connection, and union. Now, you might be thinking, wait, if this is about letting go, why would the Two of Cups appear? Here is the thing that God wants you to understand. This card is showing you what you thought you had, or what you were hoping to create. You have been holding on to a vision of partnership, of harmony, of two people coming together in perfect balance. Maybe this is a romantic relationship. Maybe it is a friendship. Or maybe it is even a business partnership. Whatever it is, you poured your energy into trying to create this beautiful connection. But God is gently showing you through this card that the connection you were forcing was not the divine union he has planned for you. The Two of Cups in this position is revealing that you have been trying to make something work that was never meant to be yours. You saw the potential, and you ran with it. You saw what it could be, and you decided to stay and fight for it. But fighting for something that God is asking you to release is like swimming against the current. You exhaust yourself, and you still end up exactly where God is trying to take you, just more tired and more wounded. I feel the Holy Spirit saying that this person or situation gave you glimpses of what you desired. There were moments when it felt right, when it felt like everything was falling into place. Those moments kept you hooked. Those moments became your evidence that if you just held on a little longer, if you just loved a little harder, if you just prayed a little more, things would transform. But transformation cannot happen when you are holding on to something with a clenched fist. God needs you to open your hands so he can place the right partnership in your life. The Two of Cups is also about equal exchange, about reciprocity, about mutual respect and effort. And if you are honest with yourself, you know that what you have been experiencing has not been equal. You have been giving 70, 80, 90% while the other person gives 20. You have been showing up consistently while they show up when it is convenient. You have been vulnerable and open while they remain closed off and guarded. This is not the divine partnership God has for you. This is a karmic lesson teaching you about your worth, teaching you about boundaries, teaching you that you cannot force someone to meet you where you are. God is saying let them go, not because they are a bad person, but because they are not your person. They are not your divine assignment. You can love someone and still release them. You can honor what you shared and still walk away. The Two of Cups in its highest vibration is coming into your life. But first, You need to clear the space. You need to stop watering dead plants, hoping they will bloom. Let them go. Trust that God sees the whole picture, and He is protecting you from a connection that would have drained you completely. I want you to pray about this. Ask God to give you the strength to release this connection with love and grace. Ask Him to heal the parts of you that became attached to the potential rather than the reality. And most importantly, thank Him for loving you enough to redirect you. The real Two of Cups moment is coming, but you have to make space for it. Now the second card that appeared is Death, and I know that might sound scary. But please hear me out, because this card is actually one of the most powerful confirmations that God is orchestrating your life right now. The Death card is not about physical death. It is about transformation, about endings that lead to new beginnings, about the complete and total closure of a chapter so that a new one can start. When I pulled this card for you, I felt this wave of both sadness and excitement, because God is saying that what you are releasing is finished. It is done. It is complete. There is nothing left to salvage, nothing left to resurrect. And I know that is hard to hear. I know you have been praying for resurrection. You have been asking God to breathe life back into this situation, to revive what has died, to make it work somehow. But sometimes the answer to our prayers is not resurrection but release. Sometimes God allows something to die completely so that we stop trying to revive it. He is closing this door, and He is locking it. And He is putting a big sign on it that says, "Do not enter," because going back would be going backwards. The Death card is showing me that you have been in a season of prolonged grief. You have been mourning what was, mourning what could have been, mourning the future you imagined with this person or in this situation. And that grief is valid. God sees every tear you have cried. He has collected them. He knows the weight you have been carrying. But He is also saying that it is time to let that grief transform you instead of paralyze you. It is time to allow this ending to break you open so that He can rebuild you into the version of yourself that is ready for what is. Next, what I am sensing very strongly through this card is that you have been stuck in the in-between. You have been straddling two worlds, one foot in the old season and one foot trying to step into the new. And God is saying, you cannot walk forward while looking backward. You cannot embrace your future while clutching your past. The Death card is the universe, and God Himself giving you permission to fully grieve, to fully release, and to fully close this chapter. This card is also revealing something profound about your spiritual growth. Every major ending in your life has been preparing you for your purpose. Every person you had to let go of taught you something about yourself. Every situation that fell apart made space for something aligned with your calling. The Death card is not punishment. It is preparation. God is clearing out everything that is not meant to go with you into your next season. He is removing distractions, removing false connections, removing anything that would slow you down or pull you off course. I hear the Holy Spirit saying that this ending is going to hurt for a season, but the freedom that comes after is going to be worth it. You are going to look back 6 months from now, a year from now, and you are going to thank God for not answering the prayers where you begged Him to keep this person or situation in your life. You are going to see with such clarity why this had to end. You are going to understand that this was not rejection, but protection. The Death card is also calling you into a deeper level of faith. It is easy to trust God when things are going well, when prayers are being answered the way you want them to be answered. But can you trust Him in the ending? Can you trust Him in the death? Can you trust Him when He is asking you to release the very thing you thought you needed? This is where your faith is being refined. This is where you are learning that God is not just good when He gives. He is also good when He takes away. Pray for the strength to surrender fully. Pray for the courage to walk through this ending with grace. And pray for the vision to see that this death is actually giving birth to your destiny. The third card I pulled is the Knight of Wands, and this card just shifted the entire energy of this reading. After the heaviness of letting go and the finality of the Death card, the Knight of Wands comes charging in like a breath of fresh air. This card is all about passion, adventure, movement, and fearless pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. God is showing you through this card that on the other side of this release is a version of you that is so alive, so free, so unapologetically yourself that you will barely recognize the person you used to be. The Knight of Wands is a card of action. It is not sitting around waiting for life to happen. It is not playing it safe. It is not tiptoeing through life, worried about what other people think. This card is about bold moves, about taking risks, about following your intuition, even when it does not make logical sense. And God is saying that this energy is coming back to you. Somewhere along the way, while you are holding on to that person or situation, you lost your fire. You dimmed your light. You shrunk yourself to make room for something that was never meant to fit into your life. But the Knight of Wands is showing me that God is about to reignite that passion within you. He is about to remind you of who you are and what you are capable of. You are not meant to live a small, cautious, fear-based life. You are meant to live with boldness, with confidence, with the kind of faith that moves mountains. And that is exactly what is about to happen once you fully release what God is asking you to let go of. This card is also speaking very specifically about new opportunities that are coming your way. I am talking about opportunities that make you excited to wake up in the morning. Opportunities that align with your gifts and your purpose. Opportunities that feel like they were custom designed just for you. The Knight of Wands does not settle, and neither should you. God is preparing to present you with options, with invitations, with open doors that lead to the life you have been praying for. But here's the catch. You cannot ride two horses at the same time. You cannot chase these new opportunities while still holding on to the old situation. The Knight of Wands requires full commitment, full focus, full energy. And as long as you are emotionally and spiritually entangled with what you need to release, you will not have the bandwidth to seize what God is bringing. I also sense that this card is speaking to your sense of adventure and exploration. Maybe you have been playing it safe for too long. Maybe you have been staying in your comfort zone, afraid to try something new, afraid to fail, afraid to be seen. The Knight of Wands is God's invitation to step out of that small box you have been living in. He is calling you to take a chance on yourself, to pursue that dream you have been putting off, to start that project you have been thinking about for years. This card is also connected to travel and movement. I would not be surprised if within the next few months you find yourself on a journey, whether that is a physical trip that shifts your perspective or a metaphorical journey into a new phase of your life. The Knight of Wands energy is all about motion, and stagnant energy cannot exist in the same space as this fiery momentum. God is saying that your life is about to pick up speed. Things that felt stuck are going to start moving. Prayers that felt unanswered are going to suddenly manifest. Doors that were closed are going to swing open. But you have to be ready. You have to be willing to move when He says move. You have to be willing to say yes to the new, even when it feels scary. Pray for courage. Pray for clarity about which opportunities are from God and which are distractions. Pray that your fire be rekindled and that you walk into this next season with unshakable confidence. The fourth card that came through is the Seven of Cups. And this card is so important because it is revealing why letting go has been so difficult for you. The Seven of Cups is the card of illusions, fantasies, and confusion. It represents having so many options or possibilities that you become paralyzed by choice. Or it represents being so caught up in what could be that you lose sight of what is, and God is. Using this card to gently show you that part of the reason you have been holding on is because you have been in love with the idea of this person or situation rather than the reality. The Seven of Cups appears when we are living in Fantasyland, when we are building castles in the clouds, when we are projecting our desires onto someone or something and convincing ourselves that if we just believe hard enough, our vision will come true. But God is a God of truth, not illusion. And He is asking you to come back down to earth, to see things as they really are, not as you wish they were. I want you to think about this honestly. How much of what you are holding on to is based on actual evidence, and how much is based on hope, potential, and wishful thinking? The Seven of Cups shows me that you have been creating narratives in your mind, imagining futures that were never promised to you, holding on to breadcrumbs and calling them a feast. And this is not your fault. When we deeply care about someone or something, our minds will do backflips to justify staying, to find reasons to hold on, to convince ourselves that things will get better. But the Seven of Cups is a warning card. It is saying that the longer you stay in this state of confusion and illusion, the more disconnected you become from your own truth. You start second-guessing your intuition. You start ignoring red flags. You start making excuses for behavior that should not be excused. And slowly, without even realizing it, you lose yourself in the process of trying to hold on to someone who was never fully yours to begin with. God is asking you to wake up, not in a harsh way, but in a loving, corrective way. He is saying, my child, you are worth more than breadcrumbs. You are worth more than inconsistency. You are worth more than someone who only shows up halfway. The Seven of Cups is asking you to get clear, to stop entertaining multiple versions of reality, and to accept the truth even if it hurts. This card is also speaking to the idea that you might have been confused about what you actually want. Sometimes we hold on to people or situations not because they are right for us, but because we are afraid of the unknown. We are afraid that if we let go, nothing better will come. We are afraid that this is as good as it gets. And so we stay in mediocrity, in confusion, in half-love, because at least it is something. But God is saying that He did not create you for something. He created you for everything. He created you for overflowing love, for clarity, for peace, for joy, for a connection that does not leave you questioning where you stand. The Seven of Cups is revealing that you have been settling for confusion when God has clarity waiting for you. You have been accepting illusions when He has truth prepared for you. What I am also picking up through this card is that there may have been manipulation or mixed signals involved in this situation. Someone may have been keeping you on the hook by giving you just enough attention to keep you interested, but not enough commitment to actually build something real. The Seven of Cups can indicate being strung along, being given false hope, being told one thing while experiencing another. And if that resonates with you, God is saying that this is not love. This is not partnership. This is someone taking advantage of your kindness and your patience. It is time to stop drinking the poison and calling it wine. It is time to stop accepting illusions and demanding the real thing. God is clearing the fog from your mind. He is helping you see clearly. And once you see clearly, you will realize that what you thought you were losing was never actually yours. It was a mirage, a fantasy, a projection of what you hoped it could be. Pray for discernment. Pray that God removes the scales from your eyes so that you can see the truth about this situation. Pray for the courage to accept reality, even when it does not match your desires. And pray for the strength to walk away from anything that exists only in your imagination. The fifth card is the Empress. And I got chills when this card appeared because God is showing you who you are becoming on the other side of this release. The Empress is the ultimate card of feminine power, creativity, abundance, and self-love. She is nurturing, but she is also strong. She is soft, but she is also sovereign. She does not beg for love. She does not chase. She does not shrink herself to make others comfortable. She knows her worth, and she attracts what matches her energy. God, is saying that this season of letting go is not just about releasing someone else. It is about you coming home to yourself. It is about you reclaiming your power. It is about you remembering that you are not half of something waiting to be completed by another person. You are whole. You are complete. You are enough exactly as you are. The Empress energy is about stepping into that fullness, that self-assuredness, that deep knowing that you are worthy of everything you desire. For too long, you have been giving your power away. You have been waiting for someone else to validate you, to choose you, to see your worth. But the Empress does not wait for permission. She does not need external validation. She knows who she is, and she walks in that authority. And that is exactly where God is taking you. He is leading you into a season where you are so secure in yourself, so confident in your identity, so rooted in His love for you that no one can shake you. The Empress is also the card of abundance. She represents overflowing blessings, prosperity, and the idea that life is meant to be enjoyed. God is not a God of lack. He is not asking you to suffer and sacrifice and settle for scraps. He is a God of overflow, of more than enough, of pressed down, shaken together, running over blessings. And that is what is coming for you. But first, you have to release the scarcity mindset that has kept you holding on to situations that were draining you. Scarcity mindset says, this is the best I can get, so I better hold on tight. Abundance mindset says, I release what is not for me because I trust that God has something better. Scarcity says, I need to fight for love. Abundance says, the right love will not require a battle. The Empress knows that she is a magnet for good things, and she trusts that what is meant for her will find her. And that is the energy God is calling you into. This card is also deeply connected to creativity and birth. You are about to birth something new in your life. Maybe it is a creative project. Maybe it is a business idea. Maybe it is a completely new version of yourself. The Empress creates from a place of inspiration and joy, not from force or struggle. And God is saying that once you let go of what has been weighing you down, your creative energy is going to explode. Ideas are going to flow. Inspiration is going to hit you out of nowhere. You are going to feel this surge of life force energy moving through you, and it is going to be undeniable. The Empress also speaks to self-care and nurturing yourself. During this season of letting go, you need to be extra gentle with yourself. You need to prioritize your healing. You need to do things that make you feel beautiful, that make you feel cherished, that remind you of your worth. Take the baths. Get the massage. Buy yourself the flowers. Treat yourself the way you wish someone else had treated you. Because the truth is, the way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. God is inviting you into a love affair with yourself. He is inviting you to see yourself through His eyes, to recognize that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are His masterpiece, that you carry His image. And when you truly grasp that, when you truly embody that Empress energy, you will never again settle for anything less than what you deserve. Pray for self-love. Pray that God heals every wound, every rejection, every moment you felt like you were not enough. Pray that He fills you up so completely that you overflow with love for yourself and for others. And pray that you step fully into your Empress energy, owning your power and your worth. The final card is King of Pentacles. And this card is the most beautiful confirmation that everything you are releasing is making space for real, tangible, stable blessings. The King of Pentacles represents material success, financial abundance, security, and a solid foundation. But it also represents a person, and I believe God is showing you that on the other side of letting go, you are either becoming this King of Pentacles energy yourself, or you are attracting someone who embodies this energy. Let me talk about the King of Pentacles as a person first. This is someone who is established. They are not still figuring out their life. They are not emotionally unavailable. They are not playing games. They are mature, responsible, generous, and they show love through action, not just words. They build with you. They invest in you. They create stability and security. They are the exact opposite of whatever you just released. If what you are letting go of was inconsistent, the King of Pentacles is consistent. If what you released was all talk and no action, the King of Pentacles shows up. If what you released made you feel anxious and unsure, the King of Pentacles makes you feel safe. God is saying that this is the caliber of person He has for you. But you had to let go of the counterfeit before the real thing could arrive. But this card is also speaking to you, becoming this energy. The King of Pentacles is about mastering the material realm, about creating the life you desire through discipline, focus, and consistent effort. God is saying that this season of release is going to catapult you into a new level of personal success. Your finances are about to shift. Your career is about to elevate. Your sense of stability and security is about to increase dramatically. Maybe you have been distracted by drama and emotional chaos. Maybe you have been pouring energy into relationships that gave nothing back. The King of Pentacles is showing me that once you redirect that energy into yourself, into your goals, into building your empire, you are going to see results that blow your mind. This is your season to build. This is your season to create legacy. This is your season to step into the fullness of your potential. The King of Pentacles also represents worthiness. He knows his value, and he does not accept anything less than what he deserves. And God is saying that this is the final lesson of this entire reading. You have to know your worth. You have to believe that you deserve stability, that you deserve consistency, that you deserve someone who is all in. And once you truly believe that, once you carry yourself like the king or queen that you are, everything shifts. I also want to speak to the timing of this card. The King of Pentacles is a slow and steady energy. He does not rush. He builds with intention. So while I know you want everything to happen right now, God is asking you to trust the process. Trust that He is building something solid for you, something that will last, something that will not crumble the moment things get hard. Good things take time, and God is not cutting corners with your blessings. This card is also confirmation that your prayers have been heard. Every tear, every moment of frustration, every night you cried yourself to sleep, asking God why, He heard it all. And He is about to answer in ways that exceed your expectations. The King of Pentacles is abundance, security, and provision. It is God saying, I am about to show you that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. I am about to blow your mind with the blessings I have stored up for you. So let them go. Release them with love. Release them with gratitude for the lessons they taught you. Release them knowing that God has something so much better waiting for you. You are not losing anything. You are gaining everything. Your freedom, your peace, your power, your purpose, and ultimately, the life that God has been trying to give you all along. I am praying for you right now. I am praying that God gives you the strength to fully release what He is asking you to let go of. I am praying that He heals every broken piece of your heart. I am praying that He shows you your worth and that He brings you into alignment with everything He has prepared for you. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Trust Him. He has never let you down, and He is not going to start now. If this message resonated with your spirit, drop a comment and let me know which card spoke to you the most. And please, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message today. God bless you, and I will see you in the next reading.